Okay, the chemistry unit that we're on, acids and bases, solutions, and all that, that actually has a lot to do with chemistry. It's actually chemistry. And this section could be your entire year of chemistry when you get to high school, because it's all about solutions and mixing solutions together and getting products from the reactants and being able to convert units from one to the other to find out how much of one thing you actually have. So before we do any of that, I need to show you how to actually do conversions in chemistry, in science, and how we do that. So the first example I'm going to give a, well, actually I'm going to go a little bit off what I had planned. Just so to give you an idea of how this works with something that you're actually familiar with. So I want you to copy this down as an example of how to do this kind of work. What I'm going to do is take, let's say, 28.3 inches. Okay, and what I want to find out is how many feet that is. So how many feet? Now, I know you probably already know how to at least figure out the answer, but in chemistry and in science, there's an actual process to it. Okay, so I'm going to take this 28.3 inches and I'm going to put it over 1, okay, and then I'm going to put parentheses around it. Now, you have to think of the end in mind. Okay, you have to think that I want to get to feet. Okay, so I'm going to put another parentheses next to it. And really what I want to do is cancel this inches out and get feet as my final answer. So I got to plan ahead. So what's the relationship between inches and feet? Well, I want inches on the bottom, so I'm going to say 12 inches is 1 foot. Now, what's the difference between 1 foot and 12 inches? Nothing. It's the same distance. So this is actually just the number 1. All you're doing is taking this and multiplying it by 1. Okay, so I'm going to take inches and inches are going to cancel out, and it's going to leave me with feet. It's the only unit left. So I'm going to take out my calculator and I'm going to put in 28.3 divided by 12 equals. Now, if you want to get all hardcore about it, I don't know if you can see that. Oh, there we go. If you want to be hardcore about it, you would say 2.36 because I have 3 significant digits right here. But I wouldn't worry about that right now. But I'm just going to put, and I don't know if you remember me going over significant digits at the beginning of the year, but this is where it gets really important. But just for now, I'm going to say 2.36. So 2.36 feet. And that's my answer. Okay, so really all you did was divide this 12 into 28.3. And you probably already thought, well, I already know how to do that. But I just wanted you to show you this parenthesis method, which again you're going to see later. So let's take centimeters, like some metric system unit, and use that. Okay, so I'm going to have 2.5 kilometers equals how many centimeters? Now you could use that ladder in the front of your notebook that we used at the beginning of the year. Again, I'm trying to teach you this method. Okay, so 2.5 kilometers over 1, and this is going to be drawn out, but I want to show you how this works. So 2.5 kilometers. Okay, so let's go from kilometers to meters. Okay, so I know that 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. Okay, this is where I want to end up, all right, but I'm going one step at a time. So kilometers cancels out. Okay, so now I'm at meters. I have meters, but I want to get to centimeters. So I know that there are 100, whoops, 1 meter is 100 centimeters. Okay, so meters cancels out, and all you have to do is multiply across. The only unit left is centimeters. Okay, so I'm going to try to angle this so you can see it. 2.5 times 1,000 times 100. Okay, so I've got 250,000 centimeters. Now, if you again wanted to be all super hardcore about it, I've really got 2 significant digits, so I would say 2.5 times 10 to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th centimeters. And I may or may not bring this up again, but this is how you would actually write it. So yeah, scientific notation is really important. And just back to units again, you have to keep track of your units while you're doing this, or if you're doing a 5, 6, 7 step one of these things, getting your units lost is really easy. So making sure that you write units down is really important so you can keep track of them. Okay, so let's do another little harder one, and then I'm going to show you some numbers and then send you off to do some on your own. Okay, so I'm going to say 1 year equals how many minutes? Okay, so here we go. 1 year over 1. And this is one of those ones that's going to go on for a while to show you how this works again. Okay, so 1 year. Now what do we know? On our way to minutes, we're working our way down. So I know that 1 year is 365 days. Years cancels out. Okay, and then 1 day, because I want the days to cancel out. 1 day is 24 hours. Days cancels out. 1 hour is 60 minutes. Hours cancels out. I've got my minutes, and now I'm good. All I have to do is multiply it across, and the only unit I have left, it hasn't been canceled out, is minutes. So I've got 365 times 24 times 60. Oops. 365 times 24 times 60. Did I do that right? I'm just making sure. I don't want to have to do the video all over again. Times 24 times 60. There we go. Okay. 525 600 minutes. And that's my answer. I'll do it one more time. What the heck? I've got 3 significant digits here. That means I can only have 3 significant digits in the answer. So I've got 5.2, and this would round up to 6, times 10 to the 5th minutes. And there we go. Okay, so it's this matter of knowing where you want to end up and the steps it takes to get from where you are to where you want to get to. Okay, so, and it's all about just converting units, right? Really all I did is convert years into minutes, but there's, again, a chemistry process when you do that. Okay, so let's give you some numbers. So let's see here, some stuff you're going to need to know. 2.54 centimeters equals 1 inch. How do I know that? Well, I'm a science teacher, so that's the number, and it is actually an exact number. That's not rounded or anything. They actually adjusted the inch to match that. Okay, so that's one you're going to need. You're going to need, now the ones that you should know are there's, you know, 2 cups in a pint and 4 quarts in a gallon and all those. I'm just going to assume that you already know those. But let's see here. 2.2 pounds equals 1 kilogram. Again, it's an exact number. And I'm saying that because the exact numbers do matter when you get to significant digits. And then 1 ounce, and I'm talking volume, equals 29.57 milliliters. And this is not an exact number. I actually looked it up and I Googled it and rounded to the nearest hundred. So here we go. Let's give you a couple of examples here. Let's see here. I've got 60 ounces. Oops, 60 ounces. That equals how many milliliters? Let's see here. I've got 254.5 centimeters. And I want to know how many feet I have. Let's say I've got, let's do this. In 1 pound, that equals 16 ounces. And this is weight. This is volume. And this is weight. One of the most confusing things about our system is we have 2 of the same units that measure 2 different things. It's crazy. Okay, so we're gonna make this volume. Okay, so I'm gonna do, what do I have? Let's see here. I could do 25.4 ounces equals how many kilograms? And we're talking weight, mass, weight to that. Okay, so go ahead and figure that out. And I'll be back with you with the answers in a different video. I'll go over how to do each one. Okay, give that a shot in your spare time, and we'll see how you do. Okay.